welcome to Lock Talk Tuesdays, and I am your host, Melissa Scott, CEO and founder of Lock 'em Out Products, also your lock solutionist. And I am so excited today. We have our very first guest, Jelissa Thomas, CEO and founder of Locs Melanin, all the way from Dallas, Texas. So let's welcome Jelissa Thomas. Well, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Welcome in. I am so excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here.
It is such an honor for me to have my own daughter on my very first Lock Talk Tuesday. So let's get into it. I know you traveled a long way just to be here.
Yes. Just for you.
Just for me. I feel so special. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Atlanta. I grew up, with a mom as a loctician. So, I was born into this.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh.
I'm married. I have 2 kids. Living in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a little bit about
me. Okay, well, that's great. So the streets is really talking. And I just want to give them some knowledge, build the culture in the community, and just give them your point of view as being a loctician, living in Dallas, Texas, and growing up with a mom, entrepreneur, also a loctician. So how was that for you?
Having a mom as a loctician,
mm-hmm.
It was motivational from a, I guess, entrepreneur standpoint, but living with a loctician, I did not want to do hair, but it's just in my blood, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does it feel now to just be on that journey of loctician entrepreneurship?
I love it. Own boss, make your own money at any time you want, travel whenever you want. So I'm glad I chose this route.
Yeah. What made you become a loctician? I know you mentioned that that's not really the path that you wanted to go on. So
I would say mainly for my kids. And I had to do what's best, and I had to get up and work. And that was like the quickest, easiest. And then it became like, it wasn't for the money anymore. It was just for like providing or like helping other people. That I seen the joy that I gave them with helping people. So,
yeah. Oh yeah. So I can definitely relate to that. And that's why I've been a loctician for over 25 years, because we just have that, I have that passion to just change people's lives and, make them feel good about themselves and make them feel beautiful when their hair is done. You just see a difference in people, and I love to just make people feel beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And how was it being a student of your mom? How was that for you?
Being a student, I don't know. Like, I feel like it wasn't really being a student. It was like, had to do it. So I don't think it was being a student. It was like something I just grew to do.
So you grew up in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have a choice because I made you do it anyway. Oh, okay, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So, how do you feel about young children getting locks at a young age? Like,
I like it. I mean, well, I guess I would say they should be able to say that they want locks. I know my son, he has locks and he's 5 now. So, and he was able to tell me that he wants locks because he seen me and his dad have locks. So that was a plus for me because I have to do hair every day.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's good.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I think the parents should just have their own choice of doing what's best for them, for their child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if that's locking your child's hair, if that's braiding it, you know, you just have to do what's best for your child.
Mm-hmm.
And when did you know that being a loctician was your calling? When did you actually know and take that step out into faith?
Honestly, the day or the month you opened your salon, and it was a lady that came up to us and was like, "Oh, I need my hair done because somebody canceled on me." I don't know if you remember that, but I ended up doing her hair for hours and hours. And I was so tired. I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know why I started to do this." But seeing how happy she was and how much she loved her hair, I felt like that was when I was like, "Okay, I can do this."
Okay. So was that your very first client?
Yes, my paying client. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at that moment, you knew that this is for me.
Yeah.
Because I know at a younger age, you was running from walking into your purpose as a loctician.
Right.
Okay. So in that moment, what year was that?
I think it was about 2021.
Okay.
2021, 2020.
Yeah. Okay. So you've only been a loctician for 4 years?
Yeah, just about 4 or 5. Yeah.
Okay. And you also seem so successful out in Dallas, Texas.
Yes.
So I would fairly call you a newly lactician. So she's a new lactician and her clientele is through the roof. I'm proud of you. I am just super proud of you. The woman you became, the lactician, like the entrepreneurship spirit, that is, you know I could be a bit, hard on you guys about being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But that's only because I wanted the best for you, right? So, do you have any regrets on becoming a lactician?
No.
No, you
No,
still
not
love
any
it.
regrets.
Okay. So, what's next for Loxo Melanin?
Um, what's next? I'm not really sure what's next. I'm like still building my clientele because I feel like I have room for a lot of clientele. I don't turn anybody down. I'm not the person that's like not accepting new clients. So I'm just like going with the flow of my lactation journey and seeing where it goes.
Okay, so you still hustling, you still in the grind, you still accepting anyone that's need their hair done.
Right.
Okay, so let's get into the space of locks. Could you break down the different types of locks? Say like traditional locks, freeform locks, and sister locks. What's the difference between those three? Just to touch a little bit.
Well, I would say traditional locks is more getting that smooth texture, and you have like a more uniform base with traditional. With that, you can start them with coils or 2 strand. That's my opinion. And then for freeform, that's a little more like a kid waking up and then they want to brush their hair, so they just like it's just everywhere, and they lock from there with no uniform look, nothing. And then sister locks is more like real itty bitty, more like hair and really neat parting, but very very small. That would be my definition breakdown.
Okay, I agree. So for me, traditional locks is more of a trend. It's more of a trend. The times have changed from when I was first starting out as a loctician. Now the world has evolved, and y'all have so many different types of starting methods and things of that nature. So traditional is not as traditional as it was when back in my time. Freeform. Freeform is more of a culture. It's more of a lock and grow, wake up, give your hair freedom. You don't have to worry about combing it, brushing it, or any of that. Just freeforming.
Yeah.
And sister locks to me, being that I've had 3 sets of sister locks, sister locks is more of a lifestyle.
Really?
Yeah, it's more of a lifestyle because you can do anything that you could do with any other hairstyles. You can do it with sister locks because they're so micro.
Yeah.
You know, they're so full. They have volume, body. As you can tell, I'm so in love with sister locks. And I just cut my sister locks off 1 year now. But I did really enjoy my sister locks and my lock journeys. I've had lock journeys. I've had 7 sets of locks. 7 sets. But you know this already. I've had 4 sets of traditional locks and 3 sets of sister locks. And it was so much fun. It's just now I want to be in a different space with my hair. I don't feel like that you need to have locks in order to educate the community, to love on the community, to be a loctician, to make lock products. So what is your perspective about that? Because I know I've been hearing things like, how do you make lock products and you don't have locks? Or how are you a loctician and you don't have locks? I didn't know that you had to have locks to do your job. I feel like that doesn't have anything to do with your talent.
Well, my opinion, I would say from my opinion, I don't really care. But from like a customer's standpoint, I get a lot of customers that says like, oh, I don't want to go to a loctician that does everything. So I get it from that because I feel like for me, if I was to go into a place and ask for some locks and they only have braids and stuff on the doors, I'd be like, I'm not coming here because it'll look like they don't do locks. So that's just for me. But I feel like anybody can be a scientist and make products. So as long as you know the exact ingredients and you know what you're doing. But for you, I feel like you've had 7 sets, so you know what you're doing. You've been doing it for years. So
right.
I just feel like people have to know you
as a person.
Yeah.
Okay. So for you personally though, would you go to a loctician that does not have locks?
No.
Wow. Wow. And that's surprising. And I'm going to tell you why. Because most locticians, they're not doing their own hair. So just because I don't look like you, does that mean you discount my talent? Or does that mean I don't know what I'm doing because I don't look like you? My hairstyle is not the same hairstyle as yours?
No, I would just say growing up with the loctician as a mom, I know what to look for, and me going to somebody that don't have locks, that's just not what I'm looking for. That's for me. Okay. So in that case, in Dallas, I do my own hair if I'm not in Atlanta to go to you. So that's just my opinion. So I don't really like discredit their work, but I'm just like, I don't know. It's hard.
Okay.
That's just me.
Okay. Well, hold that thought. We're going to pay some bills and we will be right back. Welcome back, guys. We just paid some bills and we are here with our very first guest, Jelissa Thomas, CEO and founder of Locs Melanin, all the way from Dallas, Texas. So, we were talking about how, you know, people have different perspectives on actually going to a person with no locks as their loctician. So we're going to get back into that a little bit and welcome Jelissa Thomas back. Welcome back. And you were saying how You don't think that you would go to a person with no locks to be your loctician.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Because I grew up in a home with a loctician as a mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like I've seen you do good work, and I know you have locks, and I just feel like comfortable going to someone with locks.
Okay. I understand that. Okay, I understand that. But I haven't always had locks. I've had pixie cuts, long hair, blowouts, afros. I got a curly afro right now. But that doesn't discredit my talent.
Right.
But I understand your perspective. And we're just going to get right on to the next question. What should someone think about before they start their lock journey? What is some advice that you can give our audience?
Something I would say to think about before starting your lock journey is make sure that this is a lock journey for you. Make sure you thought about the lock journey you want for yourself, whether it's traditional sister locks, micro locks, because once you start, it would be best to know like what you want. And I get a lot of people that start and then take them out and come back after months later and be like, I wasn't ready for this journey. So I would definitely say make sure you're making the right decision for yourself and make sure you have the patience that it needs to go on this journey, because it's definitely a process. So yeah,
it is a process. I agree. Also, I want to just piggyback off what you said. With this lock journey, you cannot listen to friends and family, because if friends and family don't have locks, they don't understand how to guide you on your lock journey. Your lock journey has to be for you, because you have to have those patience. You have to love on your hair. You have to be kind to your hair, because, like you said, it is a journey. So you just have to be ready for the journey within yourself, because you need inner beauty in order to exude that beautiful set of locks.
Yes.
You agree?
Yes. But also don't listen to social media, because opinions is everywhere.
Opinions is everywhere, and social media. Why do you say don't listen to social media?
Because it's too many opinions, and I feel like you're going to get confused and you're not going to know what to do, and coming to a loctician that you chose might not have the same viewpoint as somebody on social media. So I would say, I don't like, just do research, but try to go off, I guess, your loctician that you choose for your hair.
Okay, so okay, sounds good. Yeah. So, what is the biggest misconception people have about individuals with locks?
I would say that they aren't versatile. I feel like you can do anything with your hair. I mean, I do a lot with my hair. I put weave in my hair, take it out. I put a wig on, take it out, take it off. So I feel like that's a big misconception, I would say.
That you can't be versatile.
Right.
Okay. So I agree with that as well, but I also know that when it comes to locks, a lot of opinions are, do you wash your hair? They assume you don't wash your hair, or can you take that out? Do you take it out and redo it? It's just not knowing, people not having the correct knowledge when it comes to locks.
Right.
So, but that is our time for today, and I appreciate having you. If you don't mind, give our audience, let our audience know how to reach you. Yeah.
Well, my Instagram is Melanin, LOCSSOMELANIN. That's Instagram and TikTok. You can follow me there. And yeah.
How would they book you? If they wanted to book you, if they see you in Dallas, Texas, how would they book you?
Well, you can book me on StyleSeed through my Instagram at Melanin, and or you can download StyleSeed app and book me through there. Yeah.
Okay.
But thank you for having me.
You are so. It was my honor. I'm just overwhelmed with so much joy because you are my daughter, my firstborn, and it's just amazing to see that I've grown so much to invite my daughter to my platform as a loctician and an entrepreneur. That's exciting. That's a very big deal. So we have mother and daughter loctician collaboration. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and she's in Dallas, Texas, and I love it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Until next time, guys, Lock Talk Tuesday. Can't wait to see you. You can reach us on all platforms. But check this out. Don't forget, come check out our Lock 'em Up store, 335 Upper Riverdale Road, Jonesboro, Georgia.